Just noticed this amazing shirt. Yeah, it's like all, and you know what the best part is? It's all like the really good moves. Only good moves on this shirt. Fox back air. Wait, I guess you guys can't see. The stomp, that's a good move. Falco down air, that's a good move. There's a puff back air. What's up, YouTube? See, now I'm self-conscious about not having shaved. All right, we're gonna talk about the Gallit Melee Open. Chat, say hi to YouTube. We're actually gonna talk about a bunch of stuff. So this is gonna be one of those videos that goes all over the place, which is every video on my channel, so whatever. Look at that. Does YouTube ever say hi back? They actually do. I read my comments. I gotta catch up on them though. Sometimes I don't. I'm not always the best about reading my YouTube comments. I'll make an effort to read my YouTube comments extra deeply for this video. So if you drop a comment below, I'll probably like react to it or whatever. HBox is definitely back. His ledge game was back to being outrageously annoying to play against. RC Cola, first of all, good Cola. Second of all, good observation. We're going to talk about that. Hey, viewer, like and subscribe right now. Hey, viewer, you might notice that I lost a bunch of subs because my metagame gifted subs ran out. So if you want me to not starve, be able to pay rent, drop by the Twitch channel, maybe drop a Twitch Prime. That would help me a lot. Okay, so let's take a look at the bracket because it's lit. Lit bracket. And why is it lit? Boom! Vish versus Hungrybox. You love to see Vish at the very top. Seeded first. First seed in the tournament, Vish. Seeded higher than Hungrybox. Not really. Vish had a pretty easy bracket. By pretty easy, I mean a good Vish bracket. So beating Aura is an incredible win. Beating Vincescent, actually, I think a lot of people probably don't know who Vincescent is, but he's also a really good Peach. Fortunately for Vish, there was a period of Vish's life where he was basically fighting Bladewise in Seattle every week to see who would get second place to Silent Wolf. Now, most of the time, Bladewise would win, but Vish got some wins every now and then, and Vish is really good at the Peach matchup. It's probably his best matchup. So, Axe DQ, and then Vish getting two very good Peaches. Actually, I think both Pacific Northwest Peaches. So, Vish reminding the Peaches of the Pacific Northwest who's boss, which I love to see. So, yeah, Vish gets, Axe DQ'd out of the tournament, as did Zain. I think the idea, Zain made a tweet, basically. He tweeted about it, which I'll just pull up because why not? We want to be comprehensive here. DQing from Gallit. Honestly, feel pretty lame about it. Yeah, he's such a sweetheart, such a champion. Apologies to everyone who wanted to see me play. My hands have been hurting bad. Okay, you got to take care of your hands. That's like number one. Should have known that I want to break from Melee before. It is January. January is historically kind of the off season for Melee tournaments. And he said the only thing that was keeping me in was getting another shot at Axe in bracket. And then Axe DQ'd because he wasn't feeling so hot. And then Zain was like, all right, well, fuck this. Like, I wanted to beat Axe, and now I can't even do that, so I'm just going to DQ out. I think that's fine. But yeah, I mean, it's whatever. Zain's response to Axe's dropout tweet. Let's pull that up. Hope you feel better. Can't wait to play again. Yeah. Yeah. If you're reading between the lines, what Zain is really saying is, I'm going to beat the shit out of you the next time I can play you. I've been playing against Pikachu 5 hours a day for every day since you beat me last time, and you're fucked next time, buddy, so watch your back. That's what Zain's really trying to say here. But he worded more professionally than I ever could have. Okay, so HBox beats Vish. That was very sad. I watched that set. It was extremely funny. Actually, it probably is on BTS Smash, right? It's on Gallit Gaming. Okay, it's on the Gallit Gaming channel. Everyone, you know what? I'm going to subscribe to this channel. There are very few subscribers. I assume that Gallit Gaming is mostly just going to be for tournament VODs. You know what I mean? You might as well just support an up-and-coming tournament channel. By the way, Gallit Gaming is a relatively new brand, but like, the TOs have been doing it for a long time, right? Like Kevin Deere, or aka Reindeer from British Columbia, is the head TO, and he ran the Battle of BC, or runs I should say the Battle of BC tournaments every year. So like, I mean, honestly, he should just call it like Battle of BC Presents or something, just to like, because I feel like a lot of people thought this was like some new shit, and it's really not. It's really just his thing. He did Good Morning Melee on Saturday, which was cool, as a continuation from 5 days of Melee. But yeah, here's Vish vs Hungrybox with Mango and Blur commentary.
HBox stream. Oh my god, starting!
He's got the lead.
Oh my god, Vish is winning.
Vish is winning. Hold the phone.
It's said to be a matchup HBox is not like. Vish fans are losing it.
Vish fans are going crazy.
Oh no way.
Oh my god.
He's
going crazy.
Oh
Vish feels the moment.
Oh man.
And he's making love to the pressure.
Loving it. Okay.
Oh, is he gonna die? No. Okay, he tries to grab a crouching puff. That's a bad sign. That's a bad sign.
His experience is showing.
No wall jump.
Hey man, Vish could take that first stock. Alright, hold on.
Yeah, we had a moment there. We'll see if
Vish
we ever get a moment again.
Let's see if Vish Nation can ever relive that first 10 seconds. That was pretty hype.
It was a good 10 seconds.
Alright, let's see what happens here. HBox is shield grabbing and
Crouching, and what can Falcon do? It's really the question. Oh no.
Oh.
All right, well, that's pretty much how the set went. Everything you just saw was kind of like a microcosm of that set. Vish does his aerials with the Z button, by the way. If you're wondering why he fucking stood in place and threw out a grab, he literally does his aerials, and this is the set that has the most Z presses probably per minute of any set, because HBox L cancels with Z, does his aerials with Z. Vish L cancels with Z and does his aerials with Z. So they're both doing that shit. So Vish stands in place and presses the Z button because he probably missed his L cancel because he did press Z fast enough or some shit. I don't know why you would ever L cancel with Z. I thought you had to L cancel with L. They were like, L cancel. I was like, cool, I'll learn how to do it by pressing L. That's what it's called. So I feel like we named it that for a reason. I have no idea why you would ever L cancel with Z. Yeah, HBox L cancel with Z. It's fucking weird. The problem is HBox remembered he could crouch.
Vish Nation? Let's see if Vish Nation could ever.
HBox basically remembered he could crouch in moments like that, and he was never in trouble again for the rest of the set. The problem is, first of all, Vish started going for these empty land grabs, which, by the way, just doesn't work. HBox was crouching under them. Mango actually started yelling at him on the commentary, like, stop grabbing! When do you ever hear people say stop grabbing? In Melee, it's always grab more. But Mango was literally yelling, like, stop grabbing, Vish! Stop fucking grabbing! Because he was grabbing so much. Like, at the end of this game.
It's fine. He still kills early. He's Falcon.
Vish, if you grab one more time, Moki's points are on the line.
Think about Moki. He had faith.
Yeah, nobody thinks about Moki. Can you get it? Oh my god, Vish!
No!
Vish!
Oh, he tagged
Oh,
me.
oh my god! Oh my god!
See? That could have been a rest even. Again.
How's that forward smash? How's it getting away with this? He can't keep getting away with this.
Oh my god.
HBox literally remembered he could point his control stick down, and he was never in trouble again for the rest of the set. It's tough. None, I think, is the way None deals with it. He's just so fast. I mean, what you basically do is you like, okay, they're crouching, you just don't grab and you go for an aerial. And HBox has to react to that aerial and get his shield up. And then you're shield pressuring Puff, which is pretty good because it's not like Puff can do shit to you out of shield. Like, Falcon hitting your shield, I don't know if you guys have ever had your shield hit by Captain Falcon stomp or knee, but it's pretty stressful, right? Like, Falcon has pressure there. You basically, I think, like, the way None deals with this is he pretty much just stomps. And one, if HBox is slow on the reaction, the stomp will actually just hit and he'll get a crouch canceled stomp, so he'll go nowhere and then you can stomp knee. And then two, if he does get his shield up, you're basically now you're pressuring their shield, which is way better than going for, like, you just can't grab. You can't grab unless you're so deep in their mind. And Vish was not on that level in terms of getting HBox scared. You know what I'm saying? He just wasn't. You got to get to that point in the mix-up before grab becomes a thing. Vish, you can beat HBox. This is your moment. No! There was this too. Oh no, it got deleted. Oh, there was a really funny tweet. Why is it deleted? Oh, this tweet was so funny. It was the Zuppy pop-off. Yeah, I know. I don't know why it got deleted. It was very fucking funny. It was very funny. It was basically HBox beating Vish and then popping the fuck off, which was hilarious. Rockies and Grants? Oh, shit. Let's go, Rocky. I'm a big Rocky fan and a big Rocky friend, also. I miss when he entered a lot of stuff. He's like one of my favorite Falcos. Rocky's got a really good... I just like his style so much. Oh! Woo! That was sick! You can see the exact moment he decided, fuck it, we're going out there. I don't give a shit about Randall. And he was like, he was gonna drift in, and he was like, nope, we're going out. But yeah, I think the big story here is HBox. There's two main things I'm gonna talk about are HBox and his run and his victory, and there were a lot of hot takes around it. So we're gonna get into some of those hot takes, do a little Twitter takedown. And I'm also gonna talk about AMSA. I feel like AMSA, the AMSA interview and Shinsuke is the big story nobody's talking about. So HBox won the tournament. HBox won the tournament. Set of the tournament might have been HBox versus Keizu. I think my commentary on that set was actually quite good. I'm pretty proud of how I broke it down. And I had no Peach players in my mentions telling me, oh, the commentary, he didn't analyze the situation correctly. He doesn't understand the interaction, blah, 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 blah. A big part of the set was the float nair out of shield and how HBox interacted with it, and basically whether Keizu was able to hit HBox out of shield with float nair and convert it into stuff, or whether HBox was able to bait it out and punish it. Yeah, this set came down to the wire. Okay, well, it's spoiled right here, but if you did not see this set, especially if you're a Puff or a Peach player, but even if you're not, this might have been the greatest Puff Peach set of all time that wasn't Mango Armada Genesis 1. Like, for being fucking honest, that set's never, I don't even think of that set as a Puff Peach set. It's just a Mango Armada set. You know, it's more about the people than the characters. But when it comes to like Puff Peach, especially in the year 2021, this set was a fucking nail biter of all time. This set was such a Monka S. Better than Lot HBox? Well, Lot, I mean, yeah, those sets are amazing. But this one was just such a nail biter. And Keizu played his fucking heart out. Am I gonna react to the pop-off? Of course I am. Okay.
Been fucking streaming for 8 hours. 8 hours been playing Melee. Yes! 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 Fuck that character! Fuck! 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 Fuck!
Doesn't even a lot of kid viewers? The fucks are slowing down. They're. Can we get one more?
Yes! Yes! God fucking damn it!
Oh, I was gonna throw his phone. I love a good HBox pop-up. How's he so good at it? That was some real shit, though. That was a real pop-off. God damn. He really said fuck that character. You know what, though? This is my hot take. I think anything that's said in a pop-off is actually fair game. I mean, not slurs and, you know, actual offensive shit. I think you're allowed to say shit like that during a pop-off. I think you're allowed to. People are giving him flack like, oh, come on, Puff wins that matchup anyway and all this shit. But it's just emotions. You know what I'm saying? If he's being analytical, he's not going to say, he's just letting it all out. You know, I think that's fine. I think that's fair. It came from the heart. I think you're allowed to say that. You can also just not like a matchup even if your character wins. Yeah, I mean, he's been losing to Peach, so he's been losing to Peach. He almost lost to another one. So I mean, if he was ever gonna hate Peach, it would be now, right? Like he's lost the last 2 sets to Lot or whatever. Yeah, I mean, he's not gonna say this shit a couple years ago when no Peaches were even close to him. Yeah, I mean, I don't even think fucking. I will be honest with you guys. I do think. Someone made a tweet that was like, yo, did Armada gaslight the entire Peach community by basically getting us to all believe that this matchup was unwinnable for like the last 10 years? And kinda, I don't know about the word gaslight, like it's not that serious, but like kinda, like, okay, I remember the set where Armada, the last time he went all Peach versus Puff was that pound three, I don't know why I'm saying pound 3, it was actually pretty back and forth for the most part. This is back when we uploaded matches game by game. I think this was the tournament. I think even this tournament, I remember the games being really fucking close, but then he kind of got blown up. I'm not gonna be able to find it just off the top of my head like that. I think I gaslighted the Peaches. He kept getting up tilt rested on his shield. Even this, right? Look at that interaction. He went for empty hop up smash. HBox got a lot of mileage this turn, he said, and he got a lot of mileage against Armada's Peach in general off of landing next to his shield and then baiting a, right there, look. And then the game was still this close. Actually, I remember watching this and thinking, I remember at the time, I watched this set, and it was a 3-0, and I was like, okay, yeah, but the games were all one-stocks, and in every single game, Armada dropped his shield like an idiot when HBox empty landed next to him. And I was like, so just take the throw. I mean, we didn't have the Street Fighter, but literally take the throw, right? Literally take the throw. Literally don't fucking drop your shield when they empty hop next to you. And then you're not losing, then you're not playing 3 stocks to 4 every game. And I was basically thinking to myself, like, okay, Armada's he's just gonna learn. He's just gonna learn not to let his shield down when HBox empty lands in front of his shield, and he's gonna be fine next time, and this could be, you know, it could be totally competitive next time. And then instead he picked up Young Link, and I was like, okay, that's fine too. I mean, do whatever you want to do, kind of thing. I'm not, but yeah, it was weird because like I feel like the takeaway for me when I watched the actual set, I feel like the takeaway for me was don't drop your shield next when HBox empty lands in front of you. And the takeaway, and then I was like, and Armada is such a competitor that he's gonna realize that. And then I like listened to what Armada had to say on the matchup, and he was like, this matchup is completely unwinnable, blah 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 blah. Puff absolutely destroys Peach 100-0, and I was like, did I watch the same set that you played? I don't know. And this has kind of always been like my opinion of this was like the set, I think. Unless I'm mistaken, and I think there were other sets of 2010, but I remember there was a lot of this empty up tilt. Now, that being said, the Young Link was fucking sick, and like the Young Link I think was probably better. Also, like Armada is so talented that it goes without saying that he's so good at Fox Puff that even if he figured it out, like I think Armada probably could have been competitive with HBox, like with the Peach. Like I think he could have gotten to a point where he was beating HBox maybe 30% of their sets or 40% of their sets with Peach. But Armada doesn't just want to win 40% of the sets. He wants to win all the sets, right? And so like, yeah, I think for him going a character like Young Link or a character like Fox, it just makes more sense because like that's going to give him the consistency that he wants. And I get that. But I do think that with the rhetoric for many, many years was this matchup is impossible. And clearly that's not true. Like, clearly that's not true. It's not impossible. It's not even fucking like 8-2. It's like, it's bad. It's a bad matchup. But I don't think any top tier matchup in Melee is like 8-2. Like, I don't think there's any matchup that's worse than like 7-3. It's definitely bad enough that for Armada himself, it's a good thing that he went Young Link, and it's a good thing that he went Fox. Like I think it's good for his own career and his own tournament record. I think he could have gotten to where he was beating HBox every now and then with Peach. I don't think like he could have even gotten to maybe like a 40% win rates against HBox with Peach if he grinded it out and he stopped dropping his shield when HBox empty hopped next to him or empty landed next to him. But like, why do that when you could pick up Fox and win 12 tournament sets in a row or whatever against HBox? Like, you would never just do that. You know what I mean? If you're as skilled as Armada is. So basically, okay, so we talked about HBox KZoo, Peach Puff. HBox goes on to play a bunch of Foxes and win the tournament. He had Hacks outside of top 8. He didn't have to fight him again, even though Hacks got third. He basically played SFAT. I think a lot of playing SFAT. So Hacks hit me up today, and we were talking about random shit, as we always do. And he said something to the effect of SFAT's connection is a little scuffed, which I kind of suspected. I think we even mentioned on the commentary at one point. SFAT notoriously, I think, is pretty bad. HBox has even dropped out against SFAT before in one of these online events. Also, even West Coast players have dropped out against SFAT. I think SFAT's connection, I don't know what's going on with him and his internet, but it seems not good. It seems super not bueno. But when one of the other SFAT takes it over Hacks and then loses to HBox. And I think part of Hungrybox's like gripes with these online tournaments is like lag and things like that. So I do think that even though, people, I mean, I saw some very spicy takes on Twitter. I saw some very spicy takes to the effect of like, it was very cringe. Like if I look at my notifications, I'm just going to read some of the tweets that I saw from a couple days ago when this tourney happened, which was like, Melee community going to be so annoying about this. Just let the man be happy and emotional. Sheesh. So that's not being annoying, but it's like predicting that other people are going to be annoying. HBox popping off like that against Peach while playing Puff is like popping off on someone who can't walk when they almost beat you in a foot race. LMAO. Basically, people policing HBox's pop-offs. There was a lot of that. I saw a lot of that this weekend. And I think that, like, okay, a couple things are going on here, right? One, he's clearly actually emotional. I don't think you can fake this. Like, it just didn't seem very fake to me, It just seems not fakeable. And I feel like, with HBox, it's yeah, okay, so he didn't beat, is he like, okay, so the question is like, is Hungrybox back, right? Is he back? Is HGod back? So, for one thing, he's not back until he beats Mango/Zain/IBAW, right? Like, whatever. But on the other hand, this was a very symbolic victory for a couple reasons. One, he has notoriously been like a lag complainer and like a lag hater in these online events. And he beat SFAT, who's someone who most top players are saying, has a pretty bad connection. Like HBox has literally dropped out against him before or like tried to get him DQ'd or whatever. But he fought through it. And I think that was very difficult for him. He even had some big drops that very easily could have been net play lag. I mean, we'll never know. They could have been a mixture of net play lag and mentality, but he fought through it, and I think that was hard for him, and it was a very close second set. And also just winning against, he wasn't even seeded above some of these players. I don't think he was even seeded above. Yeah, he was not really the expected winner of the tournament. So, like, even if he's just beating the guys that are below the Mango Zain IBDW tier or whatever, like, that's still very important for him because he needs to at least establish himself at that level of performance. And if he doesn't, if he doesn't win with this field, I think it's like, at least in his own mind, it's like a bad look, right? Like, he feels like he's got something to prove again, which I think is really cool. And I think more importantly, I think for what it means for his career moving forward, it shows that he's still a competitor. He still cares about victory. He's not just an alt streamer. People accused him of like, oh, he doesn't even care about this shit anymore. Well, he's still entering Melee events. He's not dropping out when he is the most to lose. He's got a lot to lose right now because people are making fun of him, saying he's washed and all this stuff. He could easily just drop out and not enter and just sit on his #1 MPGR, whatever, offline throne. But he's actually pushing through it. He's risking, basically the people talking shit, that's the main reason people don't enter, top players don't enter tournaments, is they don't want people to talk shit about them. And he's actually doing that. He's actually putting all on the line, which is really cool. He doesn't have the I don't care about Melee excuse. He clearly cares, which I think is really cool to see. Yeah, I think it was a very like heartfelt pop-off. I think that it was as symbolic as anything else. And again, like, if you've never been in the hot seat where you played a really important tournament set and you came out on top, like, I feel like it's hard to fault someone for a pop-off. It really is. Like, to me, like, first of all, it's great content. So like, I'm never going to complain about these pop-offs. I'm never going to say, hey, don't pop off, because I can react Andy it, and it's great for the streamers, great for the YouTubers. But yeah, like, dude, he's also he's in the comfort of his own home. Like, give the man a break. It's clearly not performative at this point. He's clearly super happy. And yeah, good for him. Good for him. Let's get the audio.
Yes! Yes, I did it! I fucking did it! I fucking did it!
Wow. Oh, I like the subnotive. Again, I like HBox being in tournaments. I've said this many times. I don't know if people believe me. I feel like some people think I'm an HBox hater or something, and they think that I like don't want him to win or whatever. I think it's great when he's in tournaments. I think when HBox is good, I think he represents like a boss type enemy in the bracket for the quote unquote protagonists like Mango and Zain. I think it's a really cool. I think it adds to the narrative. I think it adds to the drama. I think it adds to the hype. It's I don't want him to just be washed and lose to whatever Joe Schmoes. Like, I want him to be that. And also, this whole tournament arc is showing kind of the underdog side, which is really cool to see. And yeah, I mean, he's our #1 player right now when it comes to offline results. Like, I think it's cool. I think it's really cool. I don't want him to do badly. Kind of shitty he didn't give Vish the pop off. Yeah, sure, I'll agree with you. Why not? Yeah, that's fucked up. Yeah, that was fucked up. I think Vish should have gotten a pop off too. I think he should have gotten a pop off too. Miserable year mental health wise. This win meant a lot to him. He's dealing with so much stuff he doesn't talk about publicly. Yeah, that makes sense. And also, like, I think it's just great that he cares. I think it's great that, like, he could so easily just not enter these events and just be an ultimate streamer, right? And it's so cool that I don't want him to feel like he has anything to prove, because he really doesn't. I mean, he's got such a legacy. But the fact that he's still giving us, good Melee, even when he's suffering, that takes a big man. I really do think that takes a big man. I really do. I actually, and I actually dropped a tier 1 in his chat after the event during this little period. I don't know when it's gonna show it or whatever, or if it shows it in the chat or something. I assume you got a lot of gifted subs, so maybe it's not easy to see. And that was actually another take I wanted to kind of respond to, which was this is an interesting conversation, and I don't want anyone to like think that I'm blasting Nikki, my boy Nikki, for this. First of all, Nikki the homie. But it is an interesting conversation because this just comes down to like this kind of ties into just subscribing and donating culture in general. And he was basically saying like, okay, so he just won a bunch of money. He's like, you know, like let me go even further to gift them subs and shit. And copy this. My point was that people shouldn't subscribe. Those streamers need the money no matter what. So if you like them, you should support them anyways, no matter they play first or fifth. It's true. No, it's true. And I mean, I you know, this is kind of where I'm at, which is like, I want top Melee players to feel rewarded for winning shit. When Melee players win tournaments, or even if they don't win tournaments, especially if they don't win tournaments, the payouts are shit, right? In the grand scheme of esports, the payouts are shit. Like, Melee payouts are not that good. They are not that sustainable. You know, just today, this happened, right? Just today, Tens, you know, at the peak of his career, 19-year-old pro gamer, star player, you know, ex-CSGO pro, now Valorant pro, said, so this isn't even just Smash. Tens retired and said, I am now a content creator. I am no longer a Valorant pro. I'm not playing on the C9 team anymore. He's literally their star player, the best player on the C9 roster, and he quit, and he's announcing that he's going to be a full-time streamer. That's just how it is these days. Like, you don't make as much money winning as you do streaming. It's like the path to esports pro is you get good, and you get good enough to become a star player, and then you use that fame to become a streamer. Like, that's like how it is. You know, that's just how it is. So it's not even just Smash, but like, this should be on the forefront of your mind as you think about like what it means to be good at video games and what it means to monetize that talent. And so like, for me, like, I want top Melee players to feel rewarded for winning shit. I don't want them to feel like they need to stop playing tournaments and just only be streamers. Like, I don't want that. I want tournaments to last forever. I want Smash esports to always be a thing, right? I like that people get gifted a ton of subs when they win tournaments. I think it's appropriate. In a kind of esports landscape where the path to success is just not being a competitor and being a fucking content creator, I think the best we can do as fans of competition is a marriage of tournament competition and streaming. That's the best we can do. People like Mango, right? And people like HBox this weekend. So I think it's really good that people drop gifted subs and shit when people win. Yeah, Nikki's right. Because he said, why not sub them that they lose as well? Well, you should. Yeah, but people don't. That's the thing. People don't. I agree that in the perfect world, everyone would get, and you know, Ginger would have 1,000 subs, and you know, Lucky would have 1,000 subs, and every good Melee player would have 1,000 subs, and all of them would be able to sustainably pursue Melee as a career, but they can't. It's very difficult. I mean, they can, but it's hard, and you make peanuts. And I fucking do wish, but we don't live in that world. Like, it's like people. This ties into a conversation that my oldest video on YouTube. Literally, my oldest video on my YouTube is a video I recorded on my cell phone from 5 years ago. And I was basically talking about I was responding to the idea that Smash Summit was a negative for the community because Smash Summit was doing crowdfunded, you know, prize pots, right? They still do the compendium model, and people were like, "This is some bullshit," you know. They're just here to mooch off this, whatever. It was basically some Melee hell thing. One of the big arguments that people were parroting a lot, this was 5 years ago, was like, well, why don't we just why do we give Summit all our money with the compendiums? Why do we give Summit all our money and then they run the tournament? Why don't we just pool all our money as a community and run our own tournament and make it better and not let them take the overhead? And the real answer is because you won't. No one's going to do it. Who's going to do it? Who's going to get everyone to donate the money that they donate to Summit? And okay, first of all, Summit has merchandise, so it's not just donations. You get cool merch, you know, you get cool clothing and shit like that out of it. But, you know, if I say, hey, I'm hosting a major, everyone give me $1,000 so I can host the sickest major ever. You know, like, no one's going to do it. Why don't we sub to everybody? Why don't all the Melee people have subs? You're right. I mean, I agree. I want to live in the world where people who lose in tournaments also get gifted subs because they need it more or whatever. But like, they just won't. People won't, you know. People will subscribe for hype and for celebration, and that's kind of the culture of subscribing right now. And that's kind of the best we've got, so we shouldn't de-incentivize that.